Them niggas tweaking in Amsterdam. Apparently, some nigga named Dja. I don't even know how the fuck to pronounce his name. But they said folks like that. I don't even know if he really like that. So I want to bring y'all along with me to figure out if folks really like that in motherfucking Amsterdam and shit. So come along. Let me show you some shit about folks.
This is the story of a young man who had the world at his feet being a gifted rapper. He could have had an
Netherlands.
impressive career, but he wanted fast money. Being a rapper would not provide the lifestyle he wanted to live, so he chose an entirely different career path. After becoming friends with one of the most well-known figures in the underworld of Amsterdam, it all went downhill fast, and he got involved in serious crimes. Looking back, he might have wanted to make a drastically different decision in his life. This is the story of Jason L. Jason L, also known as JJ or djaga, was born on the 30th of September 1992. As a young and happy kid, Jason grew up in the Heester.
Bro, that colorful ass neighborhood, bro. That shit look happy as hell over there.
Neighborhood of Amsterdam. Jason and his brothers lived together with their mother. After a few years, neighborhood residents started a petition to get the family out of the neighborhood. Jason's mother was seen as a woman who recruited drug dealers.
And the mama looked like she got a little bit of cake on her. I ain't gonna lie to you, game.
And was labeled as a godmother. Allegedly, it was because of her that junkies were frequently visiting the neighborhood and causing a nuisance. The petition got enough signatures which led to the family being forced to move. They ended up in Reersbos, also in Amsterdam and not too far from Heesterveld. Young Jason was getting more and more energetic and caused trouble during class. He was sent to a school specialized in teaching children that require more attention. This did not work out positively. The contrary, actually, Jason's behavior kept getting worse. Every month, their mother had a hard time to make ends meet, but she was a hustler and always found a way to feed her children. One of those ways was through smuggling. She recruited people who would swallow drugs and move them to and from different countries. In the year 2000, trouble had arisen.
Bro, that shit wild as hell. Recruiting people to swallow that shit, bro. So that means motherfuckers gotta dookie that shit out, bro. You gotta go through the doodle to get it. That's nasty, bro.
Though. Police arrested a man with a pack of drugs in his stomach at Schiphol airport. Swallowing drugs is very dangerous as the packages could burst open and leak drugs. After his arrest, the man did not make it due to a leak, and upon further investigation, police said that
boy, what the boy, I'm not, hell no, that shit is not worth it, boy. I'm not swallowing no shit. Like, boy, what the fuck? These niggas, how much is they paying these niggas, bro? How much are we talking? I'm not doing that shit. Fuck out of here.
he was headed to Jason's mother to deliver the drugs. Jason's brother denied that this man was headed to his mother, but it was already too late. To collect more evidence, police did further investigation and observed the family for 3 months. After those 3 months, they had enough evidence to arrest the mother and Jason's brother. His mother was sentenced to 48 months in prison. This meant that Jason, who was 8 at the time, all of a sudden did not have.
Folks kind of look like Lamar Jackson as a kid. I ain't gonna lie to you, but folks ain't really had no option, bro. His mama was doing that shit. Shit, his ass, he like, fuck it, bro. I'm finna do the same shit.
Any parents that could take care of him. He was forced to hop from relative to relative. Once every month, he was allowed to visit his mother for just 2 hours. Meanwhile, Jason was becoming a skilled footballer. After attending an Ajax Open Day event, he could count on serious interest from the scouts, but it fell through as there was no parent or guardian that Ajax could contact to express their interest. We can only imagine what would have happened if he'd pursued a career in football instead of what he was bound to be involved in. As his mother was released from jail.
That's why they say a parent play a big part in the motherfucker foundation. If you don't got no parent helping you achieve your goals and shit, you just gonna end up being inside your environment, and your environment gonna take you far away from your goals.
Life was totally different. Jason saw and felt his mother's struggles firsthand, and as he got older, he decided it was time to make his own money. At age 13, his mother found drugs in Jason's jacket. He started hustling on the streets himself. He simultaneously got interested in rapping and recorded some raps at home with his friends. Nothing too serious. Then, through his brother, he had gotten the opportunity to rap in a real studio with the founder of Green Gang Records. In a matter of 20 minutes, Jason laid down a relatively good verse and shocked everyone in the booth. He was quite good at it, and a career as a rapper was ahead of him. He rapped about the life he lived, and many people gravitated towards it because they knew he really lived it. It was not a gimmick. On the 17th of February 2009, Jason and the rest of the Green Gang were on the national news. Jason's older brother had gotten into a fight with someone a few days prior. On that 17th, Jason, his brother, and two others thought they saw the guy in the neighborhood in his car and decided to confront him again. It was not the person they were after, but his little brother. All of a sudden, a loud bang was heard. The four men thought they were being shot at by someone inside the car. Without hesitation, all four grabbed their weapon and started firing at the car.
Damn, bro, just like that because they heard a loud bro, what? Niggas was just, bro, niggas be kind of scared, bro. Niggas be low-key scared. That's why they be quick to shoot. But it's like, nigga, you hear one little loud noise, you just get to lighting up the car. I don't think you need to motherfucking have a gun, bro. Because you too scary, bro. On gang, you hear loud noise, you get to blowing it down. But at the same time, they was your op. So you probably thought them niggas was trying to blow you down and shit. Even though it was the little brother. That's crazy. Looking like a motherfucker really gets you fucked up.
A total of 23 shots were fired, and interestingly enough, no one was hurt. Upon further inspection, it became clear that they most likely held their weapons tilted like gangsters in movies do.
Niggas, bro, what the fuck?
Hence, the shots went everywhere except their target. Serious sentences were demanded for Jason, his brother, and the two others involved. For Jason, it was 10 years, and for his brother, 11. Jason's brother ultimately...
These niggas got locked up, and they didn't even hear who the fuck they was trying to shoot, bro. What the fuck? And the thing is, they shot at him for no reason because they said they heard a loud bang, and they blew at him, bro. So they didn't really have no real reason. So they locked up. They locked themselves up for no reason. Fucking clowns. That shit wild.
Ultimately got sentenced to 8 years, and because Jason was underage at the time, just 17 years old, he was sentenced to 2 years in juvenile prison. He was extremely lucky he only had to do 2 years and was essentially given a second chance. It was this chance to turn his life around and get back on the right path. By now, we know he chose differently. As the Mokro feud erupted in 2012, Naufal F was one of the key players. Jason and him were good friends. They have several pictures together enjoying themselves in clubs and whatnot. Naufal even made an appearance in one of Jason's video clips, although unrecognizable. As Naufal was a well-known guy in the underworld of Amsterdam, it gave Jason even more street credibility. His connection with Naufal seems to have turned him in a different direction. A direction of serious underworld criminality. In March 2014, Jason had gotten very lucky again and was given a third chance to better his life. After spending the evening with his friend, little brother, and girlfriend, he went on to drop off his friend at a house. As his friend Luciano got out of the car to get his stuff from the trunk, shots were fired. Several shots pierced through the car, and one of those struck Jason in his back. I felt pain, rubbed my hand over my back, saw blood, and I panicked. Jason said in an interview after the incident. His girlfriend immediately drove to the hospital. Scans showed he was struck not too far from his spine. If the bullet had pierced his spine, it would have been a totally different story. The police arrested him as a potential suspect and treated him as if he had sat Luciano up for the hit. Jason has always denied this.
You see, but I ain't gonna cap to you. When you known by motherfucking 12, bro, 12 just assume if some bad shit happened around you and they don't know who else did it, they just gonna put it on a nigga that's always doing bad shit. That's how they always do it. I ain't gonna lie to you.
And said they had been friends for such a long time, he would never do something like that. In the meantime, the Mokro feud in Amsterdam was getting worse and worse as retaliation between the two groups became fiercer. The head of one of the groups was Gwinnett Martha. He lost his life to the feud too on the 22nd of May 2014. Upon further inspection, it was revealed that Jason had bought the BMW that was used as a getaway car, which in itself does not have to mean anything, of course. He could have purchased a new car for himself, maybe loaned it to a friend who in turn loaned it to someone else without Jason knowing. Plenty of possibilities. However, days after the hit,
but you know, it's all the possibilities, but motherfuckers still gonna be like, well, at the end of the day, it's still your fucking car that you bought, nigga. That's what the fuck they gonna say in that bitch.
On Gwinnett, Jason showed himself on Twitter buying new designer shoes, clothing, and high-end watches, as well as traveling the world. Was he in on the hit, and had he just got paid, or was it all just a coincidence? Interestingly enough, Jason is also named as one of the people that was seated at the table together with Naufal F, Najib Himish, and Samir Scarface Bouyakrishyan.
Oh yeah, folks, Akatabagadu. Folks ass is like that. When you can't say a motherfucking name and then they just call his ass Scarface. Oh yeah, folks like that. I ain't gonna lie to you. He with the motherfucking real time crime family mafia shit. He in the big boy league.
Samir, one of the biggest Dutch kingpins at the time, was taken out that evening on the 28th of August, 2014. Once again, coincidence? Moving in these types of circles this deep in the underworld is always dangerous. The Mokro feud was still going on and it was really dangerous. It could be anyone's last day. And on the 28th of January 2015, someone planned to make this Jason's last day. Jason knew he had enemies and was on the list. Unfortunately, the bullet with his name on it was received by someone else. Someone totally innocent. On that 28th of January 2015, Ghanaian man Augustin Nyantachi was fatally struck on the Volbrandskerweg in Amsterdam. Nearly 50 bullets were fired. Augustin was a hard-working man who wanted to make something of his life.
How the fuck you fire 50 bullets and you didn't even hit the guy that you want to hit? You just hit an innocent motherfucker. That's some goofy ass, cornball ass shit. If y'all ass don't know how to hit y'all target, bro, y'all ass don't need to be shooting. I ain't gonna bap to you, bro.
In the Netherlands after immigrating from Ghana. He had nothing to do with any sort of criminality. He just happened to be at the wrong place at the wrong time. Upon further inspection, it became clear that Jason frequently resided in the same area to visit his girlfriend. That cold January night, Augustin was wearing his hoodie over his head. Even though they were not able to see his face due to the hoodie, the shooters still chose to go through with their mission and made the mistake of taking out the wrong person. The failed hit
Bro, come, nigga. Bro. Like, nigga, when you catching a body taking someone's life, bro, you can't just go off of, oh yeah, I think it's him. You gotta know if it's the right person for sure. If you don't know for sure if it's the person, you shouldn't motherfucking go do no shit like that.
did not mean that he was off the list, not at all. In March 2015, police stopped a man on the highway. They searched his car and found 3 automatic.
Boy, them rusty ass shits, boy, his ass gonna get motherfucking, what the fuck, rust poisoning or some shit, boy. That shit look like that shit been through motherfucking at least 4 wars. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Weapons, a jammer, and more importantly, a picture of Jason. After frisking the man, they found a note in his pocket. It read, Volbrandskerweg. Remember, that was the street where they struck the innocent man. On the back side of the note, it read, upcoming Saturday, their friends are giving a party in Amsterdam. Jan van Galenstraat. Dido is the name of the club. I heard they have reserved a table. Upon further investigation, it was indeed true. Jason and friends had reserved a table at Club Dido.
Man, close that back door. How the fuck they get that location, bro? There's some backdoor activity going on, bro. That's why you shouldn't, man, don't tell nobody what the fuck you doing.
This random stop and search by the police could have potentially saved Jason's life. 12 days later, Jason was in a car driving down the highway as they received a stop sign from the police. Instead of stopping, the driver of the car drove off in a different direction and then briefly stopped for a second. Jason got out of the car and fled. Police later found a Glock and several bullets in the mud Jason fled through. He was later on arrested for possession of a firearm, but the case was eventually dismissed as they could not prove it was his. On the 9th of May 2016, Appy Belhaj was removed off the playing field. Reason for the hit? Appy allegedly had sold some kilos of coke, but never paid his percentage of approximately 100,000 euros to Ridwan.
I ain't gonna cap. When you playing with that white, boy, like I ain't gonna cap to you. When you get into that white shit, bro, that's some big boy shit that people will really fuck you up over. So it's like, you can't be playing around with people money on when you're doing that white shit.
Tahi immediately put Appy on his list and had him shadowed and observed. Police found multiple SD cards with pictures of Appy. Appy himself found a tracker under his car, so he was well aware that he was on Tahi's list. What was Jason's role in this all? Well, Jason lured Appy to his final destination. Prior to the incident, Jason had come across Appy in Club Air in Amsterdam. They knew each other and had spoken to each other. As the night went on, Jason left Club Air. He stayed in contact with Appy and sent 95 messages to Appy. Jason told him that there were women waiting on them and that he really had to join. Appy was down to meet and asked for the address. Jason sent the address of a 65-year-old woman, obviously not the party he was alluding to in his prior messages. Jason also sent the same address to Jendrik L at around 4:10 in the night. Jason then moved to Amsterdam North and afterwards to Rotterdam. Despite not being at the location any longer, he texted Appy and alluded in his message that he was. When Appy finally arrived at 5:27, he was greeted by a man with his hood on and face covered, who immediately unleashed his weapon on him. Appy tried to flee, but unfortunately it was too late. Afterward, evidence showed that Jason frequently searched on news sites, allegedly for news about the hit. The day after, he also met with several other people of interest, this time allegedly to discuss the hit. The Department of Justice immediately said that Jason intentionally lured Appy. Without Jason's effort, Appy would have never been there. Jason was arrested for his involvement in the hit on Appy. He was initially sentenced to 14 years, however he appealed the sentence, which would become a costly mistake. Instead of 14 years, he had now gotten 18. During the trial, he was linked to several other hits, but ultimately got those cases dismissed. The questions have to be asked. Why was he involved in so many hits? Did he lure people? Did he do it for Naufal, who we know is involved in a lot of hits too? A lot of questions to be asked, which thus far are no answers to. It is obvious that his involvement in those hits made him a target too. For now, he still has to serve quite some time behind bars. Nevertheless, he still releases music, and it is very well received by his audience. His songs are getting millions of streams. Thanks for watching till the end. I would like
Nah, that shit crazy, bro. Close that back door, because it's like, if you able to get someone to come to a location, bro, that mean they thought you was fucking with them type shit, bro. That's why I don't be trusting motherfuckers, man. Close that back door. That's just some wild ass shit. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. But if you watch this shit all the way through, I know your ass fucking with another motherfucking video. So go ahead and go watch another motherfucking video. And don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you never miss out on any content like this. Go!